Halihó, sziasztok, szép napot kívánok mindenkinek, én Teee-I vagyok. Folytatjuk, srácok, a Hogwarts Legacy-t. Ugye, ha jól emlékszem, ott hagytuk abba, hogy a képcsarnokba kellene visszamennünk, mert ugye akar velünk beszélni a valamikori igazgatónő. És ugye emellett, ha jól tudom, van egy mellékküldünk, mert azóta nem voltam bent, úgyhogy mást elvileg így van, nem kaptam, de majd biztos, hogy lesz. De Nettivel ugye beszélnünk kellene, hogy van. És ugye az még nincs itt, de ugye voltunk a tiltott rengetegben, és ugye Poppyval, nem tudom, a vadorzók miatt segítséget kértünk ugye a kentauroktól, hogy segítsenek nekünk, de ugye nekünk kell szereznünk majd valamilyen holdkövet, ha jól emlékszem, és addig ugye nem nagyon állnak szóba velünk. Hogy ez hogy, és mikor, és hol, és stb. Gondolom ezt majd később mondja meg nekem a játék. Úgyhogy egyenlős kacok, elmegyünk ide Nettihez, megkérdezzük, hogy mizu. Nem hiszem, hogy olyan hosszú lesz a dolog, és utána akkor elmegyünk, beszélünk itt az igazgatónővel. Ez a terve. A csillagos eges küldi, ugye az pedig itt van lent valahol délen. A fenébe, ide viszont ugye nem nagyon tudok még átjönni, vagy legalábbis nem tudom, hogy hol. Gondolom lehet, hogy story küldi lesz, vagy gőzöm sincs, de majd megnézzük. Úgyhogy ez van. Itt úgy látom nincs, igen, itt lesz 2 küldi, ami ott is van. Máshol mellé küldi, elvileg, ha jól látom, egyébként sehol semmi. És mindent megcsináltunk eddig, úgyhogy mehetünk. No, gyász és bosszú. Akkor mehetünk a nagy terembe. Nem tudom, hogy még a cuccokat meg kell nézni, hogy miket szedtem fel, vagy hogy is állok velük, mert már nem emlékszem. De ha sok van, akkor el kellene adni. 24/40, igen, el kellene azért adni, bár még fél egy pár darab. De jó, majd elmegyünk még akkor fel a beszélgetésünk után. Megnézzük ezeket a kérdőjeles cuccokat, hogy micsodák. És utána akkor eladom őket. Milyen tök jó. Az elvarázsolt mennyezet. No. Hadd szóljon.
I have been meaning to speak with you.
Igen. Szegényt haza fogják itt küldeni. Megkérdezem Nettie, hogy van, igen.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry.
Has
Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Halál is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way. But that does not mean that she likes it.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Halál. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood.
Haha, oké.
We are making progress, and we will
Hát akkor a rendfenntartók nem sok mindent tettek eddig.
Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Oké. Jó. Hogy fel van díszítve. Bakker, mekkora fa. Na jó van, skacok.
Revelio.
Az van akkor, hogy... Nagyon jó, hogy... rossz gombot nyomtam megint. Szóval elmegyünk ide, a szükségszobájába. Megnézzük a cuccokat. Gyorsan eladom őket valahol. És megyünk a térképcsarnokba. Tele vagyok, és nagyon jó. Igazából ezekre annyira már nincs szükségem. Egyenlőre. Na, titok... Igen. Jó, jobb cuccot úgy látom, hogy nem kaptam. Úgyhogy gyorsan eladom. Mert amilyen szerencsém van, amint elindulok egy küldire, abban a pillanatban rengeteg cuccot találok. Aztán rögtön tele lesz. Jó, hol tudom én ezt eladni?
Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lawing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble.
Na szóval ez nem. Nem tudom, van-e olyan, amit később fel tudok venni. Mindjárt kiderül. Oké.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Jó, Roxford, és mehetünk. Térképcsarnok. Nem is tudom, van-e pontom, vagy léptem a szintet mostanában. De nem, 0. Már nem sok kell. Jó, küldetések. Akkor mehetünk ide. Talán meg az őrzők harmadik próbájának helyszínét. Ó, igen, lehet, hogy most a harmadik próba lesz.
Welcome back.
Hogy csak oda kell mennem, hogy beszélj. Jó.
Hello,
No.
Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills
Igen,
to
ugye ezt
help with their
megtaláltuk a
search.
bányában.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well.
Oké, hát
I'll
ott még nem
find some way to
jártam.
get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Az igazgatóirodában. Illetve már mászkáltam arra, csak ugye nem tudtam felmenni. Ugye ott a szobornál. Jól van.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Százfüli cselszövés. Beszélj Fig professzor az irodájában. Ó. Hát a százfüli fűzetet tudunk csinálni. Ez jó lesz. Akkor beszökök minden klubhelyiségbe. Na jó, szóval ide fogunk gyors utazni. Villám gyorsan. Bűbáj. Nem tudom hol vagyunk, de jó. Csak nem lesz olyan messze.
She did say that.
I thought she did. I hope you know that it isn't true.
Well, of course you're going to say that.
I swear, she was only itchy because of a stinging jinx that the other girl put on her. It was not a bite from a flea.
She did say it was quite fierce, which doesn't sound too much like a flea bite.
And you should have seen her face. It was horrific.
Well then, it's clear the girl was mistaken and your puff skein is innocent. Or should I say, clean?
Thank you. Glad someone finally believes me. What's that red spot on your hand? What? Oh.
Ja, tök jó kis sztorikat mesélnek el. Csak azért álltam meg egy pillanatra, de nem tudom mikor hagyják abba, úgyhogy most ezzel nem húzom az időt. menjünk professzorhoz. De tudod, hogy közelebb is tudtam volna hoppanálni. Mondjuk itt.
Now here's Professor Fig. The keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion.
Ó,
You'll
azt
look
hittem,
and
hogy
sound like
tudunk
Professor
csinálni.
Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Igazgatók lettünk.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
Nincs sok időnk,
It's
csak
rather
egy
strange
óra.
to hear
Aztán
gratitude coming
visszaváltozunk,
from
ugye? Vagy
Professor
kettő?
Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Na, kit rúgjak ki? Jó, tehát most menjünk Madame Kogavához. Messze van? Vagy gyorsabban is oda lehet jutni? Ja, nem tudok gyors utazni? Oké. Oké, hát akkor futi van.
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor,
No.
I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp, places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger.
Erre fog beszélni
Simply have
mindenki a
a student
suliban.
deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather
már erre kell jönni?
task.
Térkép meg van bolondulva.
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
What could the headmaster want?
Gareth! Mr. Weasley! What are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor. Yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Jó.
Well, there's one for my diary.
Nem tudok varázsolni, bakker. Nem tudok csinálni semmit.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children!
Professor Black, how are you, sir?
Oh, minis.
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes! Mixed with, bubo tuber pus makes a fine, mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's. I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again.
Abba a pillanatban lehet
to
Quidditch.
reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Hát,
Professor,
nem ér.
More than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize
Á,
the
nem
health of a
engedi a
student over
játék.
a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Na,
Good
írjon
idea.
csak.
I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
Pedig én megengedtem volna, abban a pillanatban mehet. Tehát
What
volna...
did you do to deserve him as a headmaster?
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Oh no, it's the headmaster and he's coming this way.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
Valami nem stimmel. Én nem tudom, miről beszélnek. Még teljesen jól játszuk a szerepet.
Passes for magic in these halls, I simply...
Professor,
Ne
a
tessék.
word, please.
Hoppácska. Na most
Hello,
lebukunk.
Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the forbidden forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig.
Okay.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Na, beszédet mondunk.
Scrope's as hard a worker as any house elf.
Ahem! Attention, students! I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the stunning banners of Slytherin. I shall be taking no questions at this time. Or ever.
Ennyi. Ott is van a mardekár.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone. Even Master himself.
Na bakker.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
Bakker. Na hát most melyik lesz az? Fogalmam sincsen.
It's purebloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pure.
There is another matter, Scrope. I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you.
Tényleg most...
Polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Futi. Mi lett volna... Vagy most mit adott a könyvbe? Mi lett volna, ha... ha adok neki ruhadarabot?
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked.
Okay.
Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Na, tudjuk a jelszót, de jó.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Jó. És akkor most, ha minden igaz, fel kell mennünk ide a... Nem tudom hova. Na de, az jó volt. Ide. A trófeaterembe. Csak közelebb van. Remélem.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Oké. Okay. Pedig tök jó lett volna, tudunk 100 füli fűzetet csinálni. Mondjuk már elfelejtettem a jelszót. Jó, igen, itt voltam, aha. Csak ugye ezt az ajtót nem tudom kinyitni. Fogalmam sincs, hogy kell még kinyitni.
The gargoyle.
És ja.
That's where I need to speak the password.
Itt kell mondani a jelszót.
Toujours pure.
Ennyi. Jobb lett volna, ha ráállok, és akkor felvisz.
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio.
Na várjatok, mert itt lehet egy csomó minden. Itt mindent ki kell itt lootolni. Ó, mindent feltörök. Amit csak lehet. Igen. Vele már beszéltünk. De ő el fog járulni az igazgatónak, hogy itt voltam.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Ó, mennyi minden van itt. Hol csilingel? Hogy ez nem itt?
Revelio.
Most nem látom itt. Jó, erőnyerő főzet, oké. Hoppá.
Revelio.
Jó. Hát akkor ez nem itt lesz. Jó. Felvettem mindent, remélem. Nem tudom, hogy itt... De azok ott hol vannak? Ja, lehet, hogy még a bezárt ajtónál. Jó, itt még megnézzük, hogy mi van itt, mielőtt ide jövök.
Aloha Mora.
Az mikor mozdult meg? Nem láttam.
Revelio. Alohomora.
Oké.
Revelio.
Belépés kulcsa. Ha. Lehet, hogy ez a kulcs kell oda lentre, amit az előbb néztem, skacok. Jó, itt nincs semmi, ugye?
Revelio.
Jó, viszont... De mi a fene csiling? Ja, lehet, hogy lent. De az ott... Jó.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions
Halál
are
ereklyéi,
correct.
fogadok
We
az
shall
lesz.
speak when you are finished.
A 3 varázsló, nem tudom
Has
amúgy,
this
hogy mi a
been under the
címe.
headmaster's nose all this time? Revelio.
Gyógyszerűen nyugtalan, jó. Ígyunk egy kicsit. Beülünk a székbe. Várjatok, mi van még itt? Ott voltam, azt nem tudom kinyitni, ugye? Jó. Hát akkor csak felfelé, vagy nem tudom, megnézzük először a... Lehet lemegyek, skacok, megnézem először ezt a kulcsost, míg mielőtt belebújok ott a könyvben. Mindig alszik. Mert aztán fele tudja, hogy hol jövök ki. Többet nem fog tudni ide fejni, mert már itt lesz az igazgató. Habár ide fel tudtam, de mindegy. Ja, ó, bakker. Na jó, akkor ide majd fel kell jönni, csak el ne felejtsem. Meg akartam nézni, hogy az a kulcs, hogy egyáltalán. Mondjuk több ajtóval is találkoztam, amit nem tudok kinyitni. Csak azokon még voltak ilyen különféle jelek. De mindegy.
Revelio.
Na jó van. Hadd szóljon. És tényleg olyan, mint a Tom, de nem naplója. Már láttam rajta, hogy fénylik.
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me.
Az igen.
The first you will need is a cloak.
Ha? Gondoltam, de de király. Szóval... hol lehet? Jó. Kell egy köpeny. Nem tudok varázsolni.
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Aha, fú, de hányszor meg fogok itt halni? Jó, mielőtt bemennék ott azon az ajtón, tuti nem lehet, de azért megpróbálom. Jussunk át a városon észrevétlenül. Gondoltam, hogy nem tudok. Nem baj, még nem figyelnek ide, addig gyorsan elsúnyogok erre, meg erre. Meg tudom ezeket különböztetni, hogy most ki csoda. Mi a túró?
I'd best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere.
De mennyien vannak.
I need to time this just right.
De nem tudom őket elcsalogatni, mondjuk nem tudom. Ja, most. Ha? Nyugi!
I see. A staircase straight ahead.
Milyen lépcső? Ez a lépcső?
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
Baj van. Nem tudok mozogni. Halál sötét korcsa gyűjteni. Nem tudok lőni sem. Minek jöttem ide fel?
This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve.
Bakker, de megijesztettem, olyan hasonlítanak, Bakker.
Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Látok, ez pont figyel. Mehet. Hűha.
Nothing this way, but more danger. Must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looked closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
Erő-nyerő főzet van itt. Oké. Ja. Bakker, de mennyien vannak itt? Hát... Hogy? Észreveszélnek mellette? Nyugi! Ne! Bakker, de nem voltam elég gyors. Azt hittem gyorsan el tudok még ott menni. Jó. Mielőtt feltöltődne. De még jó, hogy legalább innen a házból.
Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward.
Jaj.
Now's my chance. That's the way forward.
Itt a köpeny!
Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
És most még nem látnak sehogy, soha többet? Aha.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
Remélem megtarthatjuk. Tehát nem, ez csak a könyvben van benne. Na mi van? És a szemen lövök? Nem tudom.
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
Azt hiszem, hogy egyébként ez a három fivérnek a története. Amint az, csak ugye nem a hídon átkerülés rész, ami volt a filmben.
Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary
Habodza
power.
pálca. Nekem is olyan van, amúgy egyébként, csak már erősebb. Na nézzük. De hogy tök jó, tök király belerakták. És akkor itt most már harcolunk?
I've never felt such power.
Ó, igen. De most újra kell raknom mindent, vagy... nem, ezeket használtam csak ami itt van. Valami baj van vele. Még sincs.
Revelio.
Na, harc. A csirke. Semmi baja nincsen. Nyugalom. De kapta! Ezért komoly damage-eket oszt. Jó a pálca. Fejezzük a harcot, 5 másodperc telt el. Volt rá 1 percem. Jó. Jó, és itt is tudok tölteni az életemet, meg az erőt, meg mindent is. Legalábbis dobtak olyan kis fényes golyót.
Bombarda. Debolso. Descender. Defender. Protego. Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Descender. Bombarda. Defender.
Mit csináljak? Szakíts meg, van a depuzó. Hoppá! Bakker.
Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Descender.
Hát a depuzó nem sikerült. De se baj. Jó. Jó sokan voltak, bár nem nagyon tudtak mit csinálni. Instant halt mindegyik. Húha! Mi ez a boss fight?
Defender. Bombarda. Protego. Stupefy. Bombarda. Depulso. Stupefy. Defender.
Bakker, az baj.
Bombarda. Defender.
Bakker, de mi azt? Baj van.
Bombarda. Depulso. Defender. Bombarda.
De miért mellé?
Descender. Defender. Bombarda. Defender. Depulso. Protego. Descender. Bombarda. Defender. Stupefy.
Micsoda? Még egy?
Bombarda. Defender.
Jó.
Bombarda.
De jó volt. Majdnem meghalt. Micsoda? Azt hiszed engem, hogy trollok itt megállítanak? Jó.
Defender. Bombarda. Bombarda. Defender. Depulso. Defender. Bombarda.
Bakker.
Protego. Stupefy. Bombarda. Defender.
Nem érkeztem.
Stupefy. Defender. Bombarda. Depulso. Descender. Bombarda. Defender. Depulso. Descender.
Mit kellett volna csinálnom? Nem is figyeltem a bónusz. Bakker. Ott valami 10/30. Na mindegy. Hát 3 potim azért elszállt. Még szerencsé, hogy tele vagyok. Jó. Ez közben nem... Aha, jó. Most próbáltam egyébként, most néztem a mandragórát, tudom-e meg a növényeket használni. De... azokat nem engedi.
Revelio.
Ó, jó volt ez a bodzapálca.
A simple stone. This must be for me.
Bezony, bezony. A feltámadás köve. Titokzatos kő. Most már mind a 3 megvan. Úgyhogy most már mi vagyunk a legerősebbek.
You are far from finished.
Aha.
Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
Semmi sem az, aminek látszik.
She's gone. Neve's dead.
Nem halt meg.
Dear sweet Neve.
Dehogy is. Életben van.
Let us always honor her memory.
We won't be the same without her.
Aha, ott figyel. A kis sunyi. Na és most mit kell csinálnom? Tehát nem támasztatom fel.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
Ismerd meg Liam Fitzgerald emlékét. Nézzük.
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory